Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's January 29th, 2025. Looking at the Pioneer Mountains from right above Coyote Yurt. Looking nice and clear. We'll have those for a couple more days before a big atmospheric river event hits us starting on Friday. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. Looking at the next couple of days, we're going to kind of go through this quickly. Mostly sunny today, increasing clouds tomorrow. Highs in the mid 30s roughly for both days, and the winds are going to be light. But the main event is coming up. We got an atmospheric river starting Friday and then pretty much going through all next week. They'll be happening in a couple different series. Let's get into it. Looking at morning temperatures this morning, we are 10 to 12 degrees in the Wood River Valley, -5 in Stanley, pretty cold. Mountaintops are sitting at 33, so really inverted. All that cool air is in the valley floor and warmer air is above it. All right, looking at the infrared radar this morning, satellite imagery. We are under high pressure regime overhead with the H. Got that close low in the Four Corners area. And then the next one is out in the Pacific. This is going to be setting up, giving us the stream of moisture coming up through from the Pacific. Nice warm, wet moisture going to be kind of hitting in this vicinity. So we'll keep an eye on that as it goes through. You can see on this chart here, they bumped it up from yesterday from a weak to moderate to a strong AR4 posed to hit California and then migrate further to the east. Now, it's not going to be an AR4 by the time it hits us. This is all coding for when it hits the coast. And then after that, we have a weak one coming through. So we'll have a break Monday, Tuesday, and then a weak one coming through after that. So just looking at the storm amounts, it's pretty incredible looking into next week. And you don't see this too often. The NWS out of Pocatello, the upper slopes of the Central Mountains and Eastern Highlands could see 3 to 6 feet of snow from this whole deal. In terms of liquid equivalent, that's 3 to 5 inches of water. So pretty cool to see that in the forecast. I do want to bring up the totals before I get too crazy here. So this is looking at water. Let me pull up the other one first. Stand by. All right, so this is looking at storm totals from Pocatello. So Haley down valley floor could see 8 to 12 inches. This is by Monday morning, so this is totals. Stanley 12 to 18 inches. Up in Galena Pass area, a healthy 2 feet of snow. And then in the interior mountains, you can see anywhere from 24 to even past 36 inches of snow across the Sawtooth. In the valley floors, it's going to really be determined by Saturday. There looks like the snow line will increase to maybe pushing 6,000 feet. We'll see if that actually happens or not. So that can change how much we get in the valley floor. Looking at water quantity, like I said before, this is going to be pretty good atmospheric river. In the valley floor, inch and upwards of 1.5 inches, 2 to 3 inches of water in Galena. This is going to create quite a time bomb into our snowpack here. Okay, taking a step back, looking through the totals through Saturday morning, 3 to 6 in Sun Valley. The valley floors look like they're going to just be picking up 3 to 6 on the Wood River side, 5 to 10 on the Stanley side, and then a healthy 8 to 12 inches in the pass. Looking pretty good. Moores Creek, 9 to 15 inches. Bogus Basin is going to be picking up about 5 to 9 inches, I believe, by this point. All right. breaking it down even more, Friday this begins, and we'll be seeing 2 inches in the valley floors by the evening, and that ramps up through the night. So by Saturday, we could be picking up a pretty good amount of snow. Saturday is going to be when the more intense precip is going to be hitting. Take a look at that right now with the water vapor map. So this is looking at the GFS. This is happening for Friday. You can see it's a pretty wide spectrum that's going to be hitting us. And then on Saturday, it starts to really kind of be more streamlined and intensify. And this is where the models also diverge. So the Euro is still looking more to the north, which would be good for us to pick up more moisture, where the GFS is having it move a little bit more south. So wherever this stream of moisture is going to be where we get that most amount of snow. So we'll see how that plays out as we get closer. You can see this is just to the south of us in Idaho, whereas the Euro goes right over us. So that would be obviously a better pattern. So we'll see as this gets closer. This is for Saturday into Sunday. All right, where am I at? Kind of approaching the end of this, but yeah, lots of water is going to be happening and lots of snow. I'm very excited this morning as I can't keep a good pace with this morning briefing. So get excited for a lot of snow to come and pretty scary avalanche conditions to exist. 4 days ago, I was thinking we were just going to have an increment load where it wasn't going to we were just going to be counting the days till the peak avalanche conditions would happen. And now all of a sudden it seems like it could happen within as fast as the first 24 hours. We've got lots of faceted snow out there, lots of facet crust mix on the south. So it'll be a pretty interesting event. And hopefully this brings us some snow to South Valley. Maybe we can start skiing some of those south slopes that have no snow on it and get away with less harm. Keep an eye out on what slopes have snow on them right now and what the surface conditions are, because that will be our next weak layer.